By Father's sword and my own hands, I will save our future!
Lucina, an extremely popular character in Fire Emblem with a large fanbase and lots of love. One of the chosen Fire Emblem characters to be in Smash and an Emblem Ring and Engage. She's really loved by IS2, with her being used in loads of marketing and promotional material and just general Fire Emblem content. So you might be surprised to hear that I want to discuss why I think she's actually underappreciated as a character in many ways and by many people. I don't think she's actually fully understood, and I want to shine a light on why I think she's just so great, hopefully convincing some of you to think the same. I'm not going to explain the basics of her character because you all know her unless you're not a Fire Emblem fan or you haven't played Awakening, and if not, go play Awakening. In the game, Fire Emblem Awakening, Lucina is one of the main characters in which she has the most cutscene time and is voiced by Laura Bailey. She now has 2 appearances in Smash Bros and is one of the poster children of Fire Emblem. However, even though many of the fans love her, she is regularly described as bland, boring and lacking in depth. Why do people think this? Well, on the surface it may be because she appears to be a female clone of Marth. Righteous to a fault, brave, classically heroic, wielding falchion and blue? This comparison is unsurprising, due to her taking on Marth's name as her secret identity in Awakening and copying his moveset in Smash Bros. The nucleus of Lucina's character is about her being driven, brave and strong of heart as she survives the future and dedicates her life to travelling back in time to alter the course of history and prevent Grima from unleashing death and destruction upon the world. Well, it's this bravery and strength she shows here that we need to examine to understand just how amazing her character is. In her timeline, she is now responsible for ruling Elise, looking after all of her friends and saving the world from Grima, who's just destroyed a lot of it. Even after losing her beloved father and mother, she doesn't lose hope. She bears the responsibility and weight of the entire world, the past and the future on her shoulders.
I believe the woman you want is me!
She wasn't born with the ability to deal with all of this. She is heartbroken and grief-stricken with the loss of her father and her people, feeling almost responsible for everything that's happened, like the constant pain dwelling within her that's been bottled up basically her entire life. But she disregards this and never stops fighting to save everyone around her. She leads them and travels back in freaking time to attempt to save literally everyone from the past. It's so obvious how awesome and amazing she is. Even Severa, whose defense against having a connection and feeling warmth towards anyone is to insult others and attack them so they don't become close to her. She's unable to feel anything but admiration and love towards Lucina. Side note on this, please watch Unassuming Venusaur's fan support of Lucina and Severa because it's amazing. We don't know the ins and outs of it, but Lucina has likely spent most of her time in the future, if you want to call it that, looking after and guiding the remaining child characters of all our other heroes from, pre-Grima destruction. And they all love her for it, as shown in any of their supports. She's willing to give up her life, her peace of mind, her happiness for the sake of everyone else. She almost feels bad when she gets to spend time with Chrom as his daughter, as for most of her life she's lived without this, and the idea of thinking of herself before anyone else is foreign to her. She's only been focused on the needs of everyone else underworld and never even takes a moment to think about herself. I feel this is best shown by her supports and warriors with Chrom. Here are a few clips from it.
I have been fighting to change my world's future for so long. I have fought my hardest each and every day, but I've never had a chance to relax.
You have overcome more hardships than most just to make it this far.
But ever since coming to this world, my life has changed so drastically. I still want to change the future, but now I want to save this kingdom as well. After meeting such wonderful allies and journeying with you, well, I must admit, I'm enjoying myself. It's been a long time since I felt this.
If you're having so much fun, why do you look so miserable?
It seems wrong to enjoy myself with this world in such dire straits. I can't let myself lose sight of how serious things are.
After Chrom convinces her it's okay to enjoy herself and spend time with him, Lucina suggests some things that they can do.
And how do you want to spend our time?
I'd really like to refine my sword skills with you.
Very well. But it's more like I'll be taking lessons from you.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be evenly matched, as always. You taught me all my techniques. I'm just excited we can practice together again.
Well then, we'll start tomorrow. Is there anything else you want to do together?
Perhaps we could take the occasional walk?
Of course. And what else?
Can we do our laundry together, too?
Frederick may have something to say about that, but I don't mind.
We can really do all those things? I'm so glad.
But is that really all you want to do? Not anything big or significant, I guess?
Father, these are not just trivial tasks to me. Spending a carefree day with you is exactly what I want. It's like a dream this day ever came at all. I worry I'll be cursed for being so happy.
It's honestly quite heartbreaking that all she really wants to do is do completely mundane tasks with her father because she's not had any of a real childhood. And then even those little bits of happiness that she could get, she feels like it's something she should be cursed for because she's never had any experience of being carefree and having someone there to share things with. It's always been a burden on her to look after everyone else in a war-torn, destructive world. All you need to see is the cutscene where she finally reveals herself to Chrom, to see all of the pain she's got stored up inside, hiding it from the world and even from herself.
That's the brand of the egg salt. Lucina. You deserved better from me than one sword in a world of troubles. I'm sorry.
The relief of no longer feeling alone and responsible for everyone else all by herself is just overwhelming to her. You can see just the massive extent of her mental strength if female Robin is Chrom's air support, as she is even willing to kill Robin, her own mother, to save the world. She's willing to lose everything she has, her sanity, her family, just her friends, everything, all for the greater good. Lucina is totally selfless as a character, whilst also managing to maintain an endearing personality where you can really feel all of her pain and see the hole she has in her character due to her missing out on part of her upbringing due to the constant fighting and tragedy she's witnessed. She's empowering, fantastic, and so inspiring. This is super well portrayed by both of her voice actors, Laura Bailey and Alexis Tipton. Laura Bailey really manages to show the mix of strength, hope and pain Lucina has, feeling just super empowering whenever you hear her speak, but also there's like a touch of repressed emotion there, and it's a fantastic performance, like basically all of hers.
I challenge my fate! Hope will never die!
Though many fans were sad to see Laura Bailey stop doing the role of Lucina, I'm actually very pleased with how Alexis Tipton played Lucina in Fire Emblem Warriors and any of her alts and heroes. I think she does Lucina in a more relaxed environment very well. This of course also applies to Lucina in Engage.
I can't get over what a privilege it is just to lay eyes on a legendary weapon like Falchion.
Would you believe me if I told you its name actually used to be Pointy Demon Spanker? Oh yes, I haven't repaired that one.
What is it?
There's a bug. A huge bug, and it's squirmy.
A bug? Where?
It's right by your feet. Hold still, and I shall exterminate it.
It's near me! Ah, gross! What the? Oh, yuck! It is squirmy! Lucina, help!
I will not let it bring you harm, Lissa. I will change your fate. And that of this bug!
Wait, Lucina! That's the Falchion!
Father's sword. I couldn't possibly sully it by slaying a bug.
It's coming for you! Our talking has given it an opening!
A crafty foe. No, don't come over here!
Ugh, it really is gross! But I guess it's up to me to defeat it! Have some of this!
Lissa, don't swing your axe so wildly. We're in a tent!
But these are desperate times!
My only recourse is to sacrifice my cape. I will immobilize the enemy and crush it!
But if you do that, you'll never be able to wear that cape again!
I won't let it lay a finger, leg, whatever on you. Now prepare your... Wait, it's gone. Did it escape through an opening?
Phew, what a relief. This whole ordeal has left me drained.
That was the most exhausting battle I fought in ages. I apologize I could not act sooner. Next time, I will obliterate it.
I know that was a long clip, but I had to show all of it. I just find that support too funny and just really enjoyable to watch. It is very similar to Lucina's support with her sibling in Awakening, but the voice acting on it is fantastic. And you can kind of see how Alexis Tipton does give a lighter, more playful side to Lucina that I really enjoy. In her other supports and warriors and some of her voice lines in Heroes, she still manages to convey that strength of character and the burden on her, you know, and her sorrow inside really well too. So personally, I think she does a great job. Otherwise, I'll be ending the video there. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. It does take quite a long time to make vids like this. However, I would be interested in doing more because it's really enjoyable and I love talking about Fire Emblem characters. I will see you all in the next one and have a lovely rest of your day. Ciao!